Good morning. 2:21 p.m. Of course I'm going to sneeze. 1 second. I'm allergic to you guys. Who would have known? It is 0.5 degrees Celsius. We are on, well, I guess not technically yet. We are on Highway 5A and on Highway 97C. So 5A southbound and 97C eastbound. In like 10 kilometers we'll be on the connector highway. Just beautiful blue sky here. It's been overcast and miserable. I drove up to Coquihalla. You guys have that video to look forward to in 2 weeks, I guess, or a week and a half from now. I was going to use you guys as a guinea pig for something, and I don't remember what. What was the thing I was going to try? I'm going to save that for the bonus video, and we'll try that with I don't know if it was with a new microphone or with the new camera. Oh yeah, I remember what I was going to do. Okay, too late for that. I was going to try horizon balance or horizon lock on the camera. Okay, too late for that. Never mind. No guinea pigging on you guys today. What do you guys think of the audio? I've been trying to tweak it a little bit. Is the video too loud? Is it too quiet? I noticed I was yelling at... Hush. I was yelling at the microphone and blowing it out. The decibels were too high. So I have to learn to talk like a normal person again. Because I'm so used to I always have to be yelling at that rat sitting on the dashboard. And now I can just talk like a normal person. And I got to get that back. I've been yelling at you guys for the last 5 years. It's now I have to try not to yell at you guys. It's gonna be a bit of work to talk like a normal person. Next week we'll test out the 2 microphones, with Jess having one and me having the other, and see how that goes on the road. We're already testing them out at home on live streams. That's not what I bought these for. I bought these for these trucking videos, but on our other channel, the live streams, Jess was reading through the manual and goes, "Hey, you can plug these in the computer and use them on the computer." I'm like, what? They're wireless lapel mics. How can I use them on the computer? I also thought I would have to do a bunch of extra editing with these mics, because I'd have my mic, her mic, and then 3 cameras. That's 5 different medias to control. So I have to synchronize 5 different things exactly even to make the video work. But it turns out the 2 microphones are wireless, but the receiver that's taking the signal can plug straight into one of my cameras. So I have it plugged into my dash cam. Let's see if I can show you guys. Receiver sitting right on top of the camera, because the lapel pin or clip also fits into the shoe of the camera. Perfect size for that. It's designed that way. And then a wire plugs it into the camera. Which means the audio is recording straight to the camera, so I only have 3 cameras to synchronize exactly like I have been doing. So no change, no extra work in editing video. So that was a huge win too. So into a little bit of compact snow here. Yeah, it's sure been tiring the last 2 weeks, driving in black ice and compact snow. 2 weeks in a row, just keep driving in this stuff and driving in this stuff. No cruise control. It's a lot more work for your foot to do if you're never using cruise control. Even if you got to use cruise control once in a while, at least you get your foot resting. But on this kind of stuff, there's no resting my foot. Slippery sections, limited visibility, 50 to 75 kilometers ahead. So that's the brake check at 50 kilometers ahead, I think. That's the descent down into Okanagan Valley. And that is known, that's famous for dense fog. So this is where the connector highway starts. Highway 5A was here well, it used to just be Highway 5, but then the Coquihalla got built and this became Highway 5A. And then eventually they built Highway 97C, which connects Highway 5A to the Okanagan Valley. Nicola Valley and Okanagan Valley connected together by this highway. (0°C). This is the boring highway that I never share with you guys, but you guys really liked it last time, and now it's all snow covered, so it's different. And maybe not as boring as I make it out to be. Oh, I am still testing you guys as a guinea pig for something. I already recorded a 1-hour video on all 3 of these cams already. The new Action 3, DJI Action 3. So all of my cameras are DJI now. No more Sony dash cam. My GoPros were many years ago. None of that. All of my cameras are DJI now. I've got the 2 cameras that are DJI Action, just the DJI Action cam, and the newest cam is just called Action. No. The two older DJI are Osmo Action cams, and the new one is just called Action 3. They dropped the name Osmo. So all 3 cameras are DJI. The lighting and coloring balance is going to be exactly the same on all of them. I did a pretty good job on the Sony to try to make it the same contrast, the same lighting as the DJI. I had always do post-production on the Sony camera. At least when I started, you guys probably noticed the difference. Or if I had gone back to the old way, you guys would have definitely noticed the difference. But now I'm doing no editing to the videos, no contrast changes, no brightness changes, nothing, no color changing. I just take the 3 videos and throw them on my laptop, synchronize them, and then switch back and forth between the 3. And with wet roads like this, we can't use that rear-facing cam or the roof cam, so I basically have 3 forward-facing cams. Either this shot that I'm using right now, that's a new shot I've never used before. It's working out pretty good as long as I can keep the windshield clean. The It's almost acting like a roof cam. I have it on the very top left corner of the windshield, barely where the wiper reaches. Just a little bit of a different perspective. So with 3 cameras all facing forward, I've got one on the dash and then another one on the very right hand corner of the windshield wiper on the passenger cam. I think even though with all the 3 cameras facing forward pretty much doing the same thing, flipping the screens from one to another I think keeps people's attention more. I know only one of you guys has brought up that the cuts are too quick for you guys. That it's harder to focus on what we're doing by cutting all over the place. But because I had them down to 16-second cuts. But you guys are saying some of those cuts are a little too quick, and I'm on your page on that. But I'm going to keep them in here. I am going to keep cuts a little longer. I think as a rule, I'll do about 30-second cuts, and then, like, let's say 30-second on the dash cam, and then a 15 on the right, and then 15 on the roof cam, and then back to a 30. So you go through the 3 cameras in 1 minute. Give or take. Sometimes you do different things, but what has happened that on my analytics, since I started getting, nobody noticed. Not a soul noticed that, or maybe if you guys noticed, you didn't say anything. I went from cuts that were 5 minutes long to 3 minutes long to 2 minutes long to 1 minute long to like 30 seconds down to 16 seconds before anyone said anything. So I don't think a lot of people noticed. Go to a video from a year ago and check how many cuts there are. Time out how many minutes there are between cuts. Most likely there'll be 3 minutes of one cam and then 1 minute of another cam. I like that style of video, and so do people that are 65 plus, older people. My YouTube subscribers were almost all of my YouTube subscribers were 55, between the 55 to 65 mark was about like 30% of my subscribers, and 65 plus was about 55-60% of my subscribers, and then there was nothing below that. Now I've got a whole bunch of subscribers that start at 18 years old, and I don't have anything younger than 18 yet, but 18 and up I've got subscribers. There's still a lot more older subscribers, so most of you guys are older, or honestly if you're retired you have a little more time to watch videos too, right? But doing these quick cuts has brought in a lot more younger subscribers. I guess the kids like quick cuts or else they get bored of it and leave. So I'm going to try to strike a happy balance to cut back and forth, but still not try to make it disorienting. I'm still going to keep a single one-take video. If I really wanted to get all the young people, I would take 5 hours of video and jump cut it all over the place and have it all over the place. But I don't like that format, and I'm going to do me. I see other truckers out there that do a lot of the jump cuts, or other truckers out there that do a live stream for like 8 hours straight. So I think I'm kind of between there somewhere. A unique niche that kind of goes between all of that. I figure I'd save this speech for you guys when I don't need to tell everybody on YouTube this, but as you guys are helping me pay for this channel. That's a big chunk of ice, or compact snow, fell off of someone's mud flap. You guys are helping pay for these new cameras and new microphones and stuff. I'll let you kind of know where my head is at. So the newest videos I've been doing the 30 second 15 15 30 15 15 30 15 15, or 30 15 30 15 30 15, just kind of like that, a pattern, depending on what camera sees what kind of scenery we get, stuff like that. Never use this pullout if you ever guys are going up the connector. Just drive right by it, take the next exit. The next exit's a really nice heated rest area. Meanwhile, this little pullout has just like a pit toilet, outhouse style. This rest area here is brand new. Meanwhile, that pit toilet's been around for probably when they built this highway. Right over here, rest area. Nice heated rest area. American style rest area. I'm hoping we'll get down into the Okanagan on this video, but we'll see. I got sidetracked by you guys were being a guinea pig. I forgot to say why you guys are being a guinea pig. I don't know if the brand new camera will record long enough to finish this video. We might actually end up with only 2 cameras by the end of this video. I know the old DJI Osmo Action originals, they will get 2 hours of video in, no problem. But this brand new Action 3 video doesn't show you how many video or how many minutes of video is left to be recorded. So it only shows you how many gigabytes or how many megabytes are left. So we'll see if it makes it. I have no idea. I could do the math and go, hey, 1 hour video used up this many gigabytes. But I wasn't smart enough to think of that until just now. I could pass this guy, but it would be very slow. It would take a long time. And that would kind of suck if any other cars are coming along and get stuck behind me. minus 0.5. Roads are not wet at all. These suckers are solid black ice. Starting to feel a little sliding on the rear, so I'm pulling over into the snow and running on the snow instead of the black ice where it's all been melted already. So there's more grip in the softer. Well, it's compact, but it's still there's more grip in the snow instead of on the black ice. But hey, I finally got a run to Vancouver and I managed to get all the ice off the trailer deck. When I picked up this trailer last week, there was an inch of ice sitting across, well, it was 2 feet of snow, okay, 2 feet might be exact, 1.5 feet of snow on top of the deck. Shoveled all of that off, but there was an inch of ice still left and I couldn't get that ice off. I kept using my little metal spade to pick away at it. But we went to Vancouver, well, we went to Squamish. I think I like that video. Shot a video going from Burnaby, North Van, West Van, and then partway up the Sea to Sky Highway towards Squamish. But it was warm enough there that the whole deck thawed out enough that the layer of ice, I could just push it all off. So when I unloaded in Squamish, I went out on the deck and just took that small spade and kicked all the big chunks of ice off. In fact, I think it would have been irresponsible for me not to do so because all those big chunks of ice were kind of floating on the deck. I bet you if they had caught the air right, they would have gone flying and would have gone right through someone's windshield. So I think it would have been irresponsible not to clear that off with them being loose on the aluminum deck. If anyone has tips for that, I would take those. Apparently you cannot spread ice salt or de-icer on an aluminum deck because it'll corrode the aluminum deck. Is that true? And if so, is there something else I can use? And where would I buy that something else? I'm sure some kind of like sand might work a bit, but that would make everything really dirty. And where would I buy sand? And how expensive is it? He's doing the same thing. He's starting to pull onto the ice, or onto the snow instead of the ice. Well, at least he was. Of course, I really don't need the ice, except when I swap trailers, because the only reason the ice shows up is you let it snow, and then you let the snow melt and refreeze, and that's where all the ice comes from. I always see truck drivers in the morning when they do their pre-trip jump in their truck and drive away. If you don't want ice, get out your snow shovel, shovel off the deck, and then drive, even if it's snowing like crazy. Because if you drive, let's say you have an inch of snow on your deck, or even half an inch of snow on your deck, and drive with that, it gets mixed with all the road grime and then freezes solid. I learned that the first year. So, good luck getting that off. It takes a while. You have to find a good day like in Vancouver. So I always, in the morning, do my pre-trip, pull out my snow shovel, clean the deck off, and then drive, even if it's snowing like crazy. When I get to the customer or the chipper or whatever, I clean the shovel or clean the deck off again. I make sure that deck doesn't have snow on it in the evening before I go to bed, and when I wake up in the morning, it doesn't have a chance to freeze. And that does a pretty good job at keeping it clear. I'm pretty optimistic now that I have it. It took a week to get it clear. Now that I have that ice off, I'm pretty optimistic I can keep it off. Even during, I remember one snowstorm, I went on the weekend. It did snowed really hard on Saturday. On Sunday, I went out and shoveled the deck off. And sure enough, it did snow again, and I had to reshovel it on Monday morning. But at least I had less to shovel on Monday morning, and nothing got frozen on like solid ice. The snow is easy to take care of. Ice, not so much. It's hard to believe that there's dense fog ahead, huh? It is slippery here, -2. Looks like their highway's drying out a bit over here, so that'll be better. And downhill it's slippery again. I have engine brakes on the medium setting, but I'm also dragging my brakes anytime we go down on stuff like this. I don't need to, as far as speed goes, drag my brakes, but I do not want that trailer to come around on me on a slippery section like that. Slow down a little extra, just so this guy can get past me. I prefer not that another rig to be beside me while we're on solid black ice. One of us screws up a little bit, that's over for both of us. It is beautiful with all the snow on the trees. Yes, Linda, we're gonna get a lot of white videos this winter, I think. A lot of snow driving. Alarm's going off. It's a Wednesday. I know it's a Saturday for you guys, but for me it's a Wednesday. I usually shoot the bonus video either on a Wednesday or a Thursday, depending on the conditions and if there's a cool road to record. If we hit a really super cool road on a Monday, I'll record the bonus video on a Monday. one more thing I would like to buy would be a cage for the Osmo 3. The truck is a rough place. Sometimes the cameras get banged around a bit. Not Osmo 3, Action 3. The old Osmo Action cameras both have an aluminum cage I've got around them. The brand new camera does not have a cage. It came with this little cheap plastic one you can use. I hated it. Didn't even bring it with, I just left it at home. There's a company called Small Rigs that makes these awesome little cages, so I'll keep checking their website every now and then and see if they have a new cage out for the Action 3. As soon as they do, I'm gonna order and buy one of those. And I really like the fact that they're aluminum and it's such a tight press fit that the aluminum is touching the camera all the way around. It really pulls a lot of that heat off of the camera and keeps the cameras from overheating. I noticed the new Action 3 gets very hot. It doesn't overheat, it keeps recording. That's one of the awesome things it's good for. But it gets very hot to the touch. Check this out. My GPS just flopped over. The windshield's too cold and it let go. Still don't know if I believe dense fog is up ahead. Sure doesn't seem like it from here. We're not that far away from the brake check. Ooh, that looks slick. Top of the mountains. most of the old highways go through the bottom of the valleys, but the Coquihalla and the Connector are the newer two highways. Basically the biggest two new highways in BC go over top of all the mountains. So you end up on top of, and you would think from top of a mountain you get these beautiful viewpoints, but you really don't, because it's just another mountain and another mountain. Unless you're standing near the edge of the mountain, you can look down into the valley. You don't really get these beautiful viewpoints. Oh, you guys see something in the background there? Something gray hovering over the mountains? Don't tell me that's thick fog. Maybe I am starting to believe them then. Ooh. It is empty. Okay, it is empty. I can see from here, I can see through it. But that was like one of those dog cages, dog kennels that flew off the back of someone's pickup. You can see through it, and it is empty. What do you got loaded there? Is that concrete blocks or something? Yeah, okay. Big construction blocks. Like. What are those called? Cinder blocks? There is that little gray line way in the background. Reduce speed. Oh yeah, it's solid. Solid edge. Oh, we got one more climb before the brake check. I thought we were closer than that. Yeah, that Super B was going slower. He could definitely drive faster than he was. He's just driving slower because he feels nervous about the roads, and I commend that. Highly recommended. If you feel stressed out and nervous about how fast you're going on the road, just slow down, put your four-way flashers on. Take your time. If you're on a two-lane highway, use the pullouts. I might get angry and irritated being behind you, but that's a me problem and not a you problem. Bear Creek Road. Pennask Creek as well. Wait, why? If the Pennask Creek goes through there, why is it called Bear Creek Road? I've probably said that before. Probably say that every single time I go over that, probably. Now the only places where the snow is gone is where there's a little dip and the road is getting sunshine. The sun, because in the winter you would think the sun comes up from the east and sets in the west. Not true in Canada. In the winter the sun comes up from the southeast, goes up to the south, and then goes down in the southwest. So this section of highway does not get sunlight all day long because the sun is never shines from straight above. It always shines low in the horizon. So it kind of sucks driving southbound in the winter because you're always driving into the sun. Hard climb. We're down to 60 kilometers per hour. This is a higher summit than the Coquihalla is. Cooley Pass is the highest summit in BC. I think the connector is second or third highest. Look at all the snow caked onto those trees. At least on the right-hand side. On the left-hand side, they're all naked. Why is that? Most likely because the wind. The wind probably came in. The trees on the left side probably all have the same type of snow on them, but it's on the other side of the tree. Also, these are small little trees. If you look at the taller trees, oh, see that gray area in the background is just smoke, it looks like now. It's higher up, so never mind, that's not fog after all. If you look at the taller trees on the right hand side, those don't have snow either because the wind could get at those at the higher level, but the smaller trees down low here are just burdened with snow. Okay, so that gray, that's gotta be fire. I don't know if they're doing some control burns. It'd be the right time of year to do it. Burn the big extra piles of lumber that basically burn fuel for to prevent future fires. I'm not sure what else that would be then. Hopefully not some kind of house burning or something. That'd be a lot. That'd be the amount of smoke up there. That'd be a very bad day. You see, I see Big White in the background, way in the background, a snow-covered mountain. I believe that's Big White. All right. Wait for this guy to pull in. These pros are smart. Well, if I don't run them over. They know all these truck drivers were going to feed them. You know, the truck driver that's just pulling out gave them food. Oh look, that valley is fogged in. It totally is. kind of beautiful all fogged in like that. It looks like some kind of magical ocean. Big White is the little mountain way to the left there, and then straight ahead of us is Little White. I know they're probably too far away to see, but unless you're watching on like a 62-inch TV at 4K. What are you guys watching on? It'd be cool to know what kind of devices people watch on. Kind of magical going down into the fog like that. Well, that was the GPS falling off again. I'll have to clean the windshield and clean the suction mount. See if I can get it to stick on again. I decided to pull out a Kit Kat, eat a Kit Kat as my afternoon snack. Normally I'd come down this hill much quicker, but it looks slippery. Definitely below the fog line now. The clouds are above us. The mountains have disappeared behind the clouds. So we may get below the clouds before we drive into them, so might still get lucky and not get hit the dense fog. probably wishful thinking, but grab one more gear. It's the steepest section, at least the steepest, longest section. The roads are getting better here, quite a bit better. Might grab another gear. Give it a minute, but yeah, wishful thinking. Here's the dense fog. Now my greatest fear is getting rear-ended by someone shooting down the mountain at full speed. So I think I'll pick up a gear so that I'm kind of between the two speeds, because the road's getting better here. So if I catch up with someone, I can slow down, and if someone catches up with me, they can slow down. It's not super dense here though. It's like, this is still pretty good. It sometimes gets so thick you can't see the road in front of you. I've driven this road via rumble strip the one summer when we were driving with a personal vehicle. It's such thick fog that just put a wheel on the rumble strip and kept the wheel on the rumble strip and just slowly drove up. Yeah, I think we'll punch through to the bottom of the cloud here pretty quick. Video's probably an hour already, right? Well, I guess I can do longer videos every now and then. I think I'm going to do that more and more. You guys always know me to do an hour video. I think I'll make shorter videos and I'll make longer videos. I'm not going to pigeonhole myself into that hour anymore. I mean, I've already started doing that, but if I'm completely out of things to say and don't think the road's interesting anymore, or it makes a good finishing point at half an hour point, I'll just end the video at half an hour. If it takes an hour and a half to get a good ending point to the video, then so be it. Driving down in the fog, I keep my eyes on the rear view mirror as much as the front of the road. I want to see who's coming up behind me. The trees are going to look really cool after this fog because of all the frost that gets crystallized on all the branches. That's kind of neat. Hoar frost. They call it horror frost. I don't know why they call it horror frost, but we're underneath the clouds. It's starting to clear up a bit. Minus 9 degrees Celsius. taking the whole highway apparently. But like I said, I know there's no vehicles behind me. I was just driving the most comfortable line that there was. In fact, that's one of SETCO's policies. When in bad roads like this, ignore the road markings and drive in the best grip lane. Whatever line has the best grip, that's where you need to run. If it's in the middle of the highway, taking up both lanes, and you have people behind you, so be it. To make it safely up the mountain, you have to block both lanes. Do it. Safely making it up the mountain is priority one. These poor people down here think it's been cloudy all day. Still going down, but not nearly as steep. Yeah, road's been pretty good. Road's been pretty good. A little slippery here and there, but not too shabby. Only downside is I'm gonna make it to the customer place around 4:30, and they close 3 o'clock. Period. And we have a new dispatcher, and she asked me a silly question when I called her, and having said that, she's got so many drivers she has to take care of. She can't remember where every one of us is. She obviously didn't remember where my first drop was. I called her and asked her, what time does Toco close? She goes, 7 minutes to 3. Because if you're not there before 3, there's not a chance. They're closed at 3. I told her, I'm not going to be there till 4:30. She just goes, can you deliver the other 2 loads then? I'm like, no. I'm delivering this 1 load in Winfield, and the other 2 loads are in the Kootenays. I mean, I could go that way, deliver those first, but you would kill me. That's a lot of fuel to turn around and come back. But I don't think she realized I was unloading Winfield Toco. She was probably thinking Castlegar Toco. But that's what happens when you have so many trucks to deal with and you're running crazy trying to keep all the drivers in line and having loads on everybody and talking to the customers and telling them what time we're going to be there. Car. It's just moving over for them. Yeah. The highway's almost empty. There's nobody way in front of us and there's nobody way behind us. Why do you feel you need to race me onto the road? Well, welcome to the Okanagan. We'll get a shot of the lake here and then we'll call it a day. Well, I'll record another minute after we had the shot of the lake. That way the end credits block the view of the lake. Wouldn't want to do that to you guys. I do that every now and then. I'm like, that's a cool shot to end the video on, but you know, it's a small little screen on the side. The way I do the end credits, I stole that from Itchy Boots. If you guys enjoyed my traveling videos, check out her videos. They're a lot of fun to watch. A lot of jump cuts though. If you're not into all the jump cuts, like crazy jump cuts, you're lucky to get 2 or 5 seconds out of one cut. Trust me, I've counted. Because I like her style of video taping and stuff, but it's not quite our style here. But I stole my end credits based off of hers. I wouldn't say stole them, but her end credits inspired me. Not really credits, but her end screen. And the name for the channel, Itchy Boots. My name, if I had a really good name to change it to, I would. Cookie Monster, I don't think that'll work because of copyright issues. And I don't know if that's the best name either. But Itchy Boots, that's such a good name. Like, you've always got itchy boots. You want to keep traveling. You want to get out and do more. It's just like such a good name. If she hadn't thought of it, I wish I would have. Because I'm always itchy to get out. After I sit at home for 2-3 days, it's time to go out again. On vacations, what do? I go drive. All of my vacations have a lot of driving in them. Okanagan Lake. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I know I promised we'll get a little bit of video after we're done with the lake view. I won't forget my promise. Because look at that viewpoint. Would you just look at that? I love this viewpoint. But yes, thank you guys. Thank you for helping pay off the new cameras. Not helping, but pretty much do pay off. The new cameras, the new microphones, just makes our videos, I think, so much better. Let me know what you guys think of this audio. I think this is the first time you guys are hearing this audio on this bonus video. So my first 2 videos I shot, audio's not great. I was blowing up my voice a lot. The decibel levels were wrong. But I think I'm getting there. So yeah, give me a real feedback. If you want to be nitpicky, what would you change? And a lot of the stuff I probably can't change, but maybe there is something. Unless I'm perfect. If I'm perfect, let me know too. Whew. Look at my head swell. My brother's famous comment goes, I used to be perfect, or I used to be conceited, but now I'm perfect. Anyways, we are out of here. Thank you guys again. You guys rock. Gorman Mill guys, look at that. They walk to their vehicle on the highway because it's easier than walking through the mill. Kind of funny. Oh yeah, right. We're out of here. You guys rock. Again.